few years ago, I would never have imagined that me and the family would be flying business class to the Caribbean. But with a little bit of patience, some careful planning and collecting some points along the way, what once felt completely out of reach for us has actually become a reality. And today that journey is taking us to Grand Cayman with British Airways in their Club Suite product. But before all of that, we need to get ourselves over to Heathrow Terminal 3. We'll see you there. Here we are, Terminal 3, with the gang. Time to check in. So we are checked in very fast, very easy, and because we're flying business, we are able to go to fast track. Not that I've ever gone particularly that much quicker through fast track, but it's included, so I'll take it. If you're flying from Terminal 3 and not flying business, it's not a particularly good terminal. It's old school, low ceilings, not a fan. However, if you're flying business, you do get the choice of 4 business class lounges. We're first going to head to the Qantas lounge, get some brekkie, and then after that we'll probably go and check out the Cathay Pacific. I've already been in a BA lounge before, and the other one, which is the American Airlines lounge, from what I've seen, doesn't look particularly impressive, so we'll stick with that, see how we get on. Hungry, Ava?
Yes.
Breakfast time?
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Stop number 1. Very, very quiet at the moment, but apparently everything is upstairs at this time of day, so that's what we're going to do. Got to start today with the full English. How are you finding the full English, Ava?
I'm quite liking it. It tastes pretty good.
It's alright, isn't it? The food was nice, but I'm not overly keen on the orange juice. It's not great. Oh, coffee time. I certainly cannot do any of that at this time of the morning. Decent views though. Right, lounge hopping to the next one, Cathay Pacific. I know for a fact that that bar, when it's open in the afternoon, does do a cracking cocktail. I do like the feel of this lounge better than the Qantas one. Just feels a little bit more premium. I know this lounge is very well known for its food. Just up the way there, they've got a live cooking station. You can order dim sum, all kinds of different things, cooked fresh, and then you eat it just up there at the formal seating area. Very nice. I can also say the orange juice is a definite improvement on the Qantas lounge. Didn't realise Claire's just come back from the toilet and on the way back ordered a load of stuff. Don't know what it is, she's gone to get it.
This is for me, Mummy.
What you got there, Claire?
That's dim sum baskets.
A couple of dim sum baskets.
You want food?
Is that a Thai soup?
Mhm.
And that is
Wonton noodle.
wonton noodles.
This isn't for you. If you want the soup, I only want to be a little bit. It's a bit spicy.
It's a bit spicy. Hold on. What'd you order, Ava?
I ordered a Dan Brown noodles and that.
A dim sum basket.
Yeah.
And that goes off when it's ready.
Yeah. Come on.
I do like the look of these seats. I'm going to give these a go. Very nice bar selection as well. I will say that lounge was very, very nice. Much better than the Qantas one, in my honest opinion. Especially at that time of the morning. But we now have our gate 24C. We're down here somewhere. wonderful. It's a bus gate. Well, I have to say, having flown Ryanair for a number of times over the last couple of months, this is a very nice change. Pre-flight beverage has been delivered. I'm about ready for the champagne now.
Which is now available for you.
Let's see what's on the menu. That is boarding complete. That was done really quickly, really efficiently. We're nearly good to go. Right then, we have pushed back, we are taxiing to the runway, and we'll catch up with you when we're up in the cruise. So I've got to tell you how we managed to get all this. Right then, to kick off, I've just ordered myself a Bacardi and Coke, and then to eat, I've gone for the pea and mint soup to start, and then the chicken for the main. I always feel like these should be served in like a bowl rather than the original bag that they come in, but anyway, not complaining too much. Let's give this rum and Coke a try. Yeah, that's good. We are going to the Caribbean after all. Well, the star's on its way apparently. Here we are then, and I have to say, it does look very nice. It smells really good as well. Take a look at this. I could not fault that at all. Love that soup. The salad was alright as well. I mean, after all, it was a salad. Hopefully the main course, the chicken, will be as good. And to finish, a hot cherry bakewell with custard. So, as I alluded to earlier, this trip has been done on points in its entirety. And just to give you an idea, when I looked at the cash value for these 4 seats in business class return, we're looking at about £17,000. However, we didn't pay anywhere near that. We paid just £1,900 in taxes in business class return for the 4 of us, and that works out to £475 each, which is absolutely incredible value. How did we do it? Well, through a combination of collecting Avios, which are the air miles of British Airways and a lot of other airlines in the One World Alliance, and also this, the British Airways American Express Premium Plus card. Now, I'm not going to go into massive detail on that now because that's not really what this video is really about. However, I have done a video series if you are an absolute beginner to Avios, and a video on the American Express Premium Plus card, which is about 18 months old now, I think, but all of the information within that video is still current and still relevant. And this is really where the value lies, by using something called a companion voucher. I will leave the link in the description to the Avios for Beginners videos and the American Express Premium Plus card video as well. And all you need to know is, if you are going to go and watch those videos, is that there are quite a few airlines that you can use Avios with. It doesn't have to be BA, because there's quite a few people that absolutely hate BA. I think I had one bad experience coming back from Rio in probably 2010, I think it was. But since then we've done flights, we've done reward flights like this one. We've also done a couple of BA holidays as well, and I've always found them to be pretty good. I've never had a massive issue since. If you are looking at an experience such as this one, I think for us, BA do allow accessibility, allow affordability, and they do have a fantastic route network as well. Yes, they're not Qatar, they're not Etihad, and they're not Emirates, but they certainly aren't the worst airline in the world either. I am going to finish off with a glass of the Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, I think what I'm going to do is get a bit of shut-eye for a couple of hours, so I shall see you in a little bit. That was about 2.5 hours sleep. I do feel refreshed now because I didn't sleep particularly well last night in the Premier Inn. I had a very broken night's sleep. I also forgot about the amenity kit as well, so there's some nice little bits in there that we could take with us. About 2 hours left of this initial part of the flight. We're actually heading down to Nassau in the Bahamas to drop people off, but people get on before we head down to Grand Cayman. I've also got to fit in an afternoon tea, which should be served imminently. I'll be honest, at the minute I still feel absolutely stuffed, but we'll see how we get on.
Any assistance here, please speak to our brand colleagues who will be happy to help. Those customers who have...
Here we are then, and it is humid as you like. My God, I've just got on the plane and the heat has just hit me like an absolute steam train. Also, we had a bit of a sporting celebrity on that flight. I'll tell you who it was in a minute. Right, we'll get through the airport, get through immigration, get the luggage, do all the formalities, pick up with you shortly. And here we are at the hotel. That was all a little bit mad when we turned up. There was 2 American Airlines flights just turned up at the same time, and the queue for passport control was pretty crazy, but we got through it in the end. Remember when I said a few minutes ago that there was a sporting celebrity on that flight? There was only flipping Raheem Sterling and his family sat just a few rows in front of us. I had to double take. I thought I recognised him when he was standing up and just talking to his kids, and I was thinking to myself, I'm sure that is him, but I wasn't going to go and talk to him and say, excuse me, you Raheem Sterling, or anything like that. I wasn't going to be that guy, but yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? But the flight overall, you know, I'm not going to complain at that. 420,000 Avios, 2 companion vouchers, and 475 quid each. Just goes to show the kind of experience that you can have if you do a little bit of planning, a little bit of preparation, and you do need patience as well. The only slight criticism I would have had of the flight is there was no additional drink offered between lunch and afternoon tea. After lunch was finished and the service was finished, the crew just seemed to disappear into the galley, not to be seen for a couple hours. But to be fair, a lot of people did actually go to sleep during that period. But here we are at the hotel, and this is the second part of the puzzle. This is the Hotel Indigo on 7 Mile Beach in Grand Cayman, but instead of paying cash, we've booked this entire week using 350,000 IHG points. And it's at moments like this where I'm just standing here, it actually reminds me why we've spent years collecting points. And it's not all about, I don't know, flying at the pointy end of the plane or staying somewhere fancy, I guess, just for the sake of it. I think what it's more about is actually making these and facilitating these kind of experiences that would normally feel out of reach. I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't need deep pockets, you don't need a massive bank balance to have these kind of experiences. All you need to do is to be able to plan a little bit and play the long game. And it's accessible to everybody. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there now. You're probably bored of listening to me drone on. I'm absolutely sweating buckets. I'm going to go and get a shower, and then I'll do a follow-up video to this one, which will be our experience of Grand Cayman, including the hotel. And we've got some really exciting trips coming up as well, including swimming with stingrays and a bioluminescent nighttime boat tour. That should be fantastic. If they're ready, they'll be either side of the screen now, and I'll see you there. Cheers, guys.